Did you know that not reporting an income change to SNAP here in Missouri can affect your benefits in ways you probably never imagined? Well, welcome to this explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to guide you through this today because, let's face it, navigating government assistance can sometimes feel like wandering through a maze blindfolded. But stick with me. By the end of our time together, you're going to know exactly how to handle these updates like a pro, making sure your benefits stay completely secure.
Seriously though, it's a huge question. Think about it. A simple oversight. Maybe you forget to mention picking up a few extra hours, or hey, maybe you hit a lucky scratch-off ticket. That tiny slip can actually trigger overpayments, massive fines, or even cost you your SNAP benefits entirely. The stakes are definitely real. But here's the good news. Protecting yourself is actually super manageable once you know the rules of the road. So we're diving right into how to handle these updates, empowering you to stay perfectly compliant without all the stress.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover SNAP rules and income changes, the 10-day reporting window, how to actually report your changes, gathering your required documents, the cost of not reporting, and we'll wrap up with some best practices and FAQs. Let's get into it.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, SNAP rules and income changes.
So, before we get into the how, we really need to nail down what actually counts as a reportable change in Missouri. As you know, SNAP is run by the Missouri Department of Social Services, providing those crucial monthly benefits on your EBT card to help folks buy healthy food. But to keep things fair, the state needs accurate math. Basically, an income change is exactly what it sounds like: any fluctuation in your household's money. Start a new job, lose a job, regular wages go up or down significantly, the state needs to know. It's because your benefits are calculated right off that math, comparing your gross income against limits that sit right around 130% of the federal poverty level.
Now let's talk real-world triggers. Missouri uses a system for a lot of households called simplified reporting. This is great because it means you don't have to call the office every single time you find a $5 bill on the sidewalk, but there are strict red lines you've got to watch. For instance, if you or an able-bodied household member drops below 20 hours of work or training a week, you've got to report it. And here's a massive one that catches people off guard: lottery or gambling winnings. If anyone in your house wins $4,500 or more in a single game, like say a really good scratch-off, before taxes, that immediately disqualifies the whole household, and yep, it has to be reported.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 10-day reporting window.
I really want this number etched into your brain right now: 10. In Missouri, both federal and state laws demand that you report these big changes within 10 calendar days of them happening. Get that first paycheck from a new gig? The clock starts. Hit that jackpot? Clock starts. Now, depending on your exact reporting bracket, it might occasionally be the 10th day of the following month, but honestly, the absolute best rule of thumb to keep your benefits totally safe is just this: when a change happens, act on it within 10 days. Please, whatever you do, don't wait for your mid-certification review or your annual renewal to drop the news.
Which perfectly sets up Section 3, how to report your changes.
Okay, take a look at this. This is the official header of the Missouri Department of Social Services Change Report Form, otherwise known as the IM-145. I know, government forms look super intimidating with all those official seals and tiny boxes, but the state has actually streamlined this. You literally only have to fill out the specific sections that apply to your recent change.
So, how do we actually get this thing submitted? You've basically got 3 routes. Step 1. And honestly, this is the absolute fastest and best way, is to use the MyDSS online portal at mydss.mo.gov. It's totally interactive, so you just answer what's relevant to you. Route 2, you can pick up the phone and call the Family Support Division Information Center directly at 855-373-4636. And hey, if you need translation services, they've got you covered. Or Route 3, if you're a paper and pen kind of person, you can totally mail, fax, or hand deliver that IM-145 form straight to your local FSD Resource Center.
All right, let's look at Section 4, gathering required documentation.
Here is the golden rule of maintaining your SNAP benefits. You can't just tell the state your income changed. You absolutely have to prove it. The Family Support Division needs hard, objective proof. Got a raise? You need your pay stubs. Let go from a job? You'll need a formal letter from your old boss or your unemployment paperwork. And if your rent or utility bill shifted at the exact same time, grab those too. Trust me, gathering all this stuff up front makes the whole reporting process smooth as butter.
Once you've got your documents together, where do they go? Well, you can securely upload them right to the mydssupload.mo.gov portal. Just snap a quick photo on your phone or scan your pay stub. Punch in your name and department client number, and boom, hit upload.
Not a tech fan? No worries. You can mail copies to P.O. Box 2700 in Jefferson City, fax them, or just drop them off in person. The whole system is built to give you options, so just pick whatever's easiest for you.
This brings us to a really important part, Section 5, the cost of not reporting.
Now we're looking at the official fraud provisions from the state of Missouri, and look, I'm not bringing this up to scare you, but these are massive pitfalls you really need to avoid. The state uses some pretty sophisticated computer matching programs, like the Income Eligibility and Verification System, to cross-check employment data and wage records against what you've reported. If they spot a gap because a new job went unreported, the fallout is no joke. The absolute most important thing to remember here is this quote: "Anyone who unlawfully receives benefits shall reimburse the state for the total amount." Meaning, if you get extra SNAP money because you forgot to report a pay bump, you have to pay back every single cent. And it gets worse. If the state decides it was an intentional program violation, they can ban you from SNAP for a full year on the first offense, 2 years on the second, and permanently on the third. Plus, under Missouri law, stealing assistance valued at $750 or more is literally a felony. We're talking up to 7 years in prison and huge fines. The cost of ignoring that 10-day window, yeah, it's just way too high.
Let's lighten things up and get you empowered with Section 6, Best Practices and FAQs.
So here's a question that causes a ton of panic. What if I completely missed the 10-day window? Should I just keep my head down and hide it? The answer is absolutely 100% no. If you forget, report it the exact second you remember. Yes, the state wants you to be on time, but stepping up and voluntarily fixing your record shows good faith. It is infinitely better than the state finding out months later during an automated cross-check, which is exactly what triggers those terrifying fraud investigations we just talked about.
Want a fantastic best practice to keep yourself out of trouble? Become your own personal case manager. Keep a specific folder, whether it's a physical file in your desk or just a digital folder on your phone, for all your pay stubs, letters, and bills. And whenever your household money shifts, immediately pull out your phone and set a calendar reminder for that 10-day window. Just a quick alert that says, "Hey, upload pay stub to my DSS today." It literally takes 5 seconds, but it completely wipes out the anxiety of SNAP compliance.
As a quick professional reminder, and really just a smart way to protect yourself, here's our legal disclaimer. This explanation is strictly for educational purposes. SNAP policies can get incredibly specific to your unique situation, so please consult a legal advisor, a financial pro, or your actual Missouri DSS eligibility specialist to get advice tailored specifically to your household.
Which leaves us with one final, incredibly important question for you today. Are your SNAP records fully up to date right now? Think back over the last few months. Did your work hours fluctuate? Did someone move into your house with an income? Take just 5 minutes today to double-check your status. You've got the tools, the websites, and the know-how to log in and keep your assistance completely secure. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on this explainer. Keep learning, stay proactive, and I'll catch you next time.